Up next, 3 new fragrances that I think you guys need to check out. I'm really loving these 3 in particular. There are always new ones coming in here to Osme, but I want to highlight 3 that I think you guys will really like. Stay tuned to find out what they are. Coming up next. Welcome back, everybody, to Joel the Nose. As you can see here, on a beautiful, today is actually Saturday morning at Osme Perfumery in the Wynwood section of Miami. And today's video is great. This week, they got in here at Osme a ton of new perfumes. So I'm just like overwhelmed trying to get my nose on everything, but I wanted to, and actually just look at my camera here. It's a little bit tilted. So sorry that I just jumped in there real quick. All right, so 3 in particular, just right off the bat, like I was like gravitating towards, and there's a bunch that I'll talk about more later, but in no particular order. This is one of the, I haven't smelled a ton of new ROJA Doves in a while, and so I'm psyched that this one just came in, and this is ROJA's 1819 Burlington. For those of you who have gotten your nose on this before, it used to be an exclusive to their boutique in London, which is, if I'm correct, 1819 was the address of their very first store, their very first boutique for ROJA Dove in London. And this is one of those fragrances that maybe at first glance, you're like, okay, you know, what's so special about this? And you start looking at the note breakdown. It's got like grapefruit and lemon. It gives it this kind of very crisp, perfect for this time of year, spring going into summer, very crisp, light feel. But it's also got this very kind of green aspect to it. There's some oak moss in here, and there's actually some coffee, or no, not coffee, but is it rum? Rum and tobacco, that's it. So this kind of like sweetness with smokiness that's mixed into a fragrance that, take a look at that. It's not a dark fragrance. It's very light, almost green and crisp, but a really great mix. I'm wearing this right here on my skin. I'll spray it again right now just so you can see. In the top, the grapefruit really punches out at the top. So if you like the kind of grapefruit citrus effect, you gotta check it out. And the reason why I'm saying this is a new one is because it was exclusive to the boutique before, and they've just now launched it worldwide where they're making it available to boutiques like Osme. So you can check it out here. Next, from another house that I've talked about a lot recently that I really love, from Nobile 1942, their newest Nobile 26. I think this one's gonna be a big hit. I smelled it, I think a couple days ago. I'm actually wearing it right here on this arm. I'll spray it there so you can see. Oh yeah, I really like this one. I think this is gonna be a crowd pleaser, especially when you talk about the price. I think the price on this one is, yeah, $135. 100 milliliters, $135. 75, I'm sorry. Thank you for the correction from Bavica. 75 milliliters, $135. And, you know, I've talked a lot about Nobile, Fougère Nobile, which is one of my favorite Fougère fragrances of all time. This one, just to read you some of the notes to see if this interests you, it's got bergamot, tangerine, pink peppercorn, and licorice at the top. Then you've got nutmeg, orange flower, coffee, and then at the bottom you have dry woods, tonka bean, patchouli, and vanilla. And I can tell you right now, I put it on my skin the other day, this is gonna be a very big, I think, popular crowd-pleasing fragrance. Really one of those very good, universally accepted and can be worn anywhere. We're talking work, date, lounging around the home, going out, running errands. This is gonna be one of those extremely versatile fragrances, and it's such high quality, and for the price, $135, that's essentially the price of, go buy a 100 milliliter bottle of Bleu de Chanel or some other fragrance that's around similar price, and you're getting a great niche fragrance. Lastly, the last one I'm gonna talk about today, and this is actually my favorite so far of the bunch. I'm wearing this one right now on my hand. Well, let me show you what it is, and this is from MONTALE. This is Blue Matcha. First of all, look at that bottle, right? Obviously, it's the classic MONTALE, kind of like torpedo-shaped metal. canister, but with that blue hue and that gradient into the gold really stands out. And the notes on this, as you can understand, it's got matcha. It's got, at the top, has matcha tea, but it's also got mate tea, which is more of a green tea in the base. It's got tobacco and leather, which I love the combination of tobacco and leather because, you know, on their own, I don't think they do as well together as when they're blended. It kind of takes the tobacco, which sometimes can be a little bit too sweet, and the leather gives it a little bit of a roughness. I don't want to say dark. It's not dark at all, but it gives it just kind of a little bit more, just some more intensity when you combine those two, especially with this matcha. For those of you who don't know what matcha is, it's one of the most popular kind of health drinks right now, matcha tea. If you go to a tea store, or now you can pretty much find it anywhere. I think they sell it at Starbucks. It's like a very thick green tea. It almost reminds me of liquid broccoli when you get a really hardcore matcha restaurant or tea place. It's very healthy. One of those kind of like superfoods that people really are into right now. But let me just spray it on my hand. Actually, sorry, I had it on this hand. And, oof, the blue in the blue matcha is a perfect description. The very opening has this kind of like citrusy tea, but yet blue feeling about it. I don't know how, I don't know what the notes are that make it smell blue, but it definitely has blue, just like some fragrances, like I just talked about, like the 1819 have that kind of green essence. This has a blue essence. And I don't mean blue like marine. Sometimes blue smells are associated with like kind of the ocean or a marine smell. It just smells blue. You gotta try it. So again, all three of these, ROJA Dove's 1819 Burlington, Nobile 1942s, Nobile 26, and then my favorite, actually right now, again, these are all from first impressions, so we'll see if that stays the same over time. But so far, this is the one I'm liking the best, the blue matcha from MONTALE. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for all your support. Thank you for all your comments. Let me know if you guys have tried any of these three yet. If not, highly recommend it. Either get in here to the store or order it online, because these are three I can tell you you are not going to want to miss out on. I'll be back soon with another video. Peace, love, perfumes.